Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Change with a Partner. Well, not welcome back to Change, but welcome back to literally messing around on the internet. So, today we're going to be playing Change. Pretty much, I'm start rambling on about something, and my best friend, you're not my best friend.
Wow.
This human being in front of me, Mr. Gaming Kraken, says change, and it changes the story. So if I was to go first, which I am, because it's my channel, yeah, you get, yeah, in your face, Kraken. You feel saddened. You should be.
Not really, but
Dang.
okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So I was on the computer, right? And I was on your computer, son, and
Change.
I was on your computer, Uncle Stevens, and I saw some very peculiar things on there. I saw pictures of myself. Uh,
Change.
I saw pictures of our dog. Um, in very very strange positions, and I don't think.
Change.
And I do think that it belongs on there. Like, congratulations on getting the dog in that position. Like, wow, I never knew that Scruffy could move in those types of directions. You know, like you're a very
Change.
like it's really weird actually. Come to think of it, because you had to touch the dog in really weird ways, and I don't think
Change.
and
Change, please.
you had to lure the dog into that room, and then have it like tied up in weird ways, hanging from the ceiling, and it was just really weird.
Change.
And it was just really awesome, to be honest. It was like the coolest thing ever. Like, bro, if I had a boyfriend, I would totally lock him up like that. I mean, like with his consent, of course.
Change.
Not with his consent, of course, because that's stupid. See, if I had a boyfriend, then he would just be tied up all.
Change.
If I had a dog, I would tie him up just like that. Like, no matter what, he's gonna be tied up like that. He's gonna be on the ceiling. Um, he's gonna be on the wall, and that's just. I'm gonna do it, except modify it a little bit, just for you to help me out, see if it's okay. But I want him.
Change.
I don't want him to feel comfortable. I want him to feel as much pain as possible. See, pain is a beautiful thing. I love it so much. If I had to do it to myself, I definitely would. Um, and the one thing is, I need to know exactly how much pain is good and how much pain is bad. So,
Change.
I know exactly how much pain to administer in just the right areas and just the right pinpoints, but I don't know how to do that on a dog. See, if I, but I don't know how to do it on a cat. So that's the thing I want to change, because you're doing it on a dog. I'm more of a cat person myself. Um, and
Change.
I'm more of a human person myself, so like if I could tie somebody to a wall, I would. The only problem is I don't have any ropes on me. I just look in my pockets, right? Just reach your hand right in there, ruffle around, dig your hand so deep inside of my pocket. Just ooh, that don't touch that. That's my other rope.
Oh gosh.
You can say scene when you've had enough. Um.
Intermission. I need an intermission. Oh god.
that's my other rope. See.
This is so disturbing.
uh, I like this game. All right.
Same. Oh gosh.
Once my turn's over, you want to go?
Yeah, sure. Hang on.
All right.
My dad doesn't understand what I'm doing.
Okay. So this is If you haven't gotten it already, this is the point of the game, is to just make it fun of yourself, really. Alright, so you ready?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright. Intermission over. Don't touch that. That's my other rope. That's reserved for my left hand only.
Change.
That's reserved for my dog's foot. Um, like it feels really good if you think about it. But anyway, back to my other rope that you're touching and squeezing right now. Please stop. I appreciate. Please don't stop. It feels really good, but really weird at the same time. I've never had anybody touch my other rope before.
Change.
I've had a lot of people touch my other rope, if you know what I mean, especially all of my uncles. See, now especially my boyfriend Craig. See, Craig, especially my panda Rascal. Now, Rascal, ooh, his fur is so soft, and his fur is so like spiky. He's a porcupine now. And like the Rascal the porcupine, he like really likes, if you know what I mean. Like he doesn't like it, but I force it upon him anyway, if you know what I mean. And he squeals a lot, but don't worry about that. He doesn't squeal at all. He takes it like a champ. Man, he's like really good at taking all of my other rope. It's not a lot to give, but I give him as much as I can. It's a lot to give, if you know what I mean. Like, if you can feel it, oof, man, I know, right? Imagine that going inside your porcupine.
I feel so bad for the 3 people watching this right now.
I'm done. Has anybody said anything?
No.
They're like not okay with what's going on. Oh man, I'm shivering.
I mean, I invited Unbe to watch if he wanted, but I don't know if he is. If he is, I'm sorry, Unbe, that you're having to.
I'm sorry for everybody watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to that one right there. Look at it good. Anyway, so you want to go now?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Alright, cool.
Okay. So the other day, I was heading down to the supermarket.
Change.
Okay, to get some. Okay, so the other day, I was heading down to my friend's house, and he has this really cute cat. Right?
Change.
He has this really, really ugly dog. He's just fat. And
Change.
He's just very skinny. And he's just a couch potato, believe you me. He just lays there with his belly sticking straight up to the ceiling. He just sits there with his face deep in the carpet. And if anybody gets close, he just claws the crap out of him. If anybody gets close, like, he doesn't care at all. Unless he does care a lot, and what he'll do is he'll start biting their legs into tiny little pieces. He'll vaporize people with his bite, and like he'll just turn them into a fine powder. And by the time the FBI get there, they're just like, what the heck happened?
Change.
By the time Greg gets there, he's just like, wonder what happened.
Change.
Oh wait, he's like, oh, I know exactly what happened. It was that dog. He just, oh god, there's Jeff's heart. Oh boy.
Change.
And that's my leg. Into tiny little pieces. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
Scene. That was amazing. It was short, but it was amazing. Oh, he walks in there and goes, oh, that's my leg.
It's just being chopped into tiny little pieces.
That was amazing.
I don't even know what's happening
anymore. That's pretty much what it is. That's exactly this stream or whatever.
Okay, I think I've got a much better idea.
Alright, you want to go again, or?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, cool.
So like, the other day, I was really bored. I was just playing with my Rubik's Cube.
Change.
You know. Oh, God. The other day, I was just playing with this roll of tape. I was just taping everything.
Change.
And taping anything.
Change.
I was taping everything. Like my monitor, my cat, my face, and you know, I don't know why I was doing it. I was just going like crazy. And like, I was trying to tape the toilet, and it just wouldn't go.
Change.
It just wouldn't go. I was taping my bed, and it was just not having it.
Change.
It was totally having it. it would stick on, and even if I tried to get rid of it, it wouldn't even come off. Not even close.
Change.
It would totally come off. It would shoot off into space through the roof.
Change.
It would shoot off to the roof, and it would hit some guy up there. I think his name was Steve.
Change.
And his name was Dude. And he was just sent flying off the building at the speed of sound, and with a piece of tape stuck to his face. So nobody knew what was going on anymore. Like, tape was just shooting off everywhere, and it was just a mess. Like, the supermarket down the store, everything had been taped, including the manager. His body was just taped.
Change.
Most of his face was taped, but like the rest was just like totally fine. So he couldn't see anywhere because his eyelashes or his eyelids were just taped shut.
Change.
They weren't taped shut. He could see, but the tape was sticking to his eyeball, so it was excruciating.
Change.
Painful. It wasn't sticking to his eyeball, but when he ripped it off, all of his facial hair just went completely off. And
Change.
All of his facial hair stayed on, but most of his skin just like peeled off like little strands of noodles. It was just I don't even. I'm sorry if I'm terrible at comedy.
You want to scene it, or you want to go more?
Let's scene it.
All right, scene. All right. All right. So my turn now. Okay. Yo, Chad, I saw you at the football game the other day. Man, that was a good.
Change.
You looked so hot out there, dude. Like, just your sweat gleaming in the sunlight. Man, I was very proud of you, son. You are just so dear to me, and I hate you so much, son. You're 10 times better than me when I was your age, but I'm not gonna admit it to you. Like, I'm that hypocritical. See, I am that hypocritical, and I'm still not gonna tell you how much you mean to me. Why? Because I never see you when I go home, and I just like look at that dog all day long. Man, that he has some tail. Have you ever imagined putting like a boxers on a boxer?
Change.
Have you ever imagined outfoxing a fox? Man, just like outsmarting that, just oof, man, I feel so good just learning about. I feel so bad learning. I don't like school. That's why I dropped out of high school. That's why I graduated from college the other day. Yeah, I know I'm 84, but that doesn't matter. I know I'm 2, but that doesn't matter. Every time I just look at you, I just think, man, you're old enough to be my dad. If my dad was very immature at his younger ages, but that's okay.
Change.
That's not okay. You should have wrapped it before you tapped it, my dude. Just come on, like really, Come on, guys. I'm not saying you're gay, but, like, really? Like, that's hot. I'm just saying. Like, why didn't you just, like, can you, like, videotape it, whenever you're doing any more? Because I want to see that, if you know what I mean. Man, wow, I didn't know I could do that thing with my mouth I just did. It's just, you know what else I can do with my mouth? You wanna figure out? I can show you all night long, if you know what I mean. I don't want to show you. You're like 3 times taller than me and like 8 times younger than me, which makes you like, which makes me like really old or you really young or either one, but that doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm vocalizing all this, but it doesn't, but it matters so much to me. It's just, I care for you, Chad. I care for you. I hate you so much, Chad. You are so good at football, and I'm jealous. See, I wanted to go into football, but it doesn't matter. Why? Because I have this limp leg, and like I can't run with. I can run with it, but if I did, I would literally explode. Like my blood and guts would go everywhere, and my blood and guts will only go into my mouth. It's a very pinpricked explosion. It's very small, just like you. Just like me, because you messed me up, dude. Like, really? You could have had, like, I was not very prominent in the gene pool, and I'm blaming you for this, Dad. Mom, I'm blaming you for this, Mom. Why would you make me born, right? Like, you like, when you see me come out, and you're like, oh, look how small he is, we should put him down. We should throw him to the wolves. See, like... See, or we can sacrifice him to the sun god. Either one. No, just sacrifice him to the sun god. He is a worthy adversary. Plus, I don't have anything else I can give him. And I have, like, so much other stuff I can give the sun god. But I don't really, like, feel like giving away my flat screen TV. I really don't feel like giving away my mega 3-inch long schlong thingamajig. It's just, like... I really don't need that, but it's just, like, good to have around in case your father starts acting up, you know? Just so I can whip it out and just start, like, sword fighting him. Just so I can take it out of my pants pocket and, like, impress my guests, you know? Like, man, I can fit this entire thing inside my blender. See, I can fit this entire thing down my husband. See, I practice a lot, you know, like, whenever, I don't practice, like, every once in a while, I'll just, like, whip it out and just shove it down his throat, and he enjoys it. He hates it. He despises me for shoving that thing down his throat. Like, he absolutely hates me for it, especially... He loves me for it, but just a little bit, because he wants to be able to impress his friend, Jared, you know, the book writer, so... He wants to be able to press all of his friends, but I told him that those monster truck reels are really big. He writes really small words, so you know what that means. So... Like, the smaller the words, the bigger the foot size, if you know what I mean. Now that we all studied high school autonomy, we all know we don't know exactly what that means. I'm probably using the word wrong anyway, but who cares? My professor doesn't. It's not like I spent $15,000 on that class. I mean, it's not like I spent no money on that class, because I pretty much did, because I'm bankrupt and everybody helped me pay for it. Like, I didn't even, like, I worked so hard for that, but I didn't, man. The sun god Raw paid for it, to be honest. Like, I offered him my baby, right? That's you. And he really liked it. So he just, like, paid for my So he just, like, gave me more schlongs. See, like, the 10-inch long ones. So those are the best types, you know? See, whenever I have one of those in my pocket, I feel strong, right? I don't feel strong. But I do feel like I can beat somebody with it. Just like, ma'am, you're not allowed to have this here. Listen, Sonny, right? I tell it to the officer. This is my weapon, and it's like blunt and everything, so it's not able to cut unless I get the better version, but that's 10 cents more, and I can't spare that. I can't spare the money, but I really don't want to. No one wants to spend that 10 cents. Like 10 cents to $1. That's not cool, right? So that's really cool how females get paid less than men. Just like I get so mad about it. It's not supposed to happen, but it does. It is supposed to happen. It's just, man, that's just horrible.
Clap and a half.
Clap and a half. That's a game theory thing. You're not allowed to say that. We're gonna get sued.
Yeah, probably. Good job.
Thank you. I appreciate making fun of people for a living.
Okay, let's see here.
I think that's gonna. I actually think that's gonna be all for this episode. Maybe we can put this in another one, or do something else in another one.
Okay, but I've got an idea for one thing.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay, so one day I was with a hunter who shot a deer and is pulling it back. Who smacked a deer and is pulling it back to its truck. And a hunter and a farmer passes by and is like, "Hey, you shot, that, or you slapped that deer on my property." You slapped that deer in my house. You slapped that deer in the middle of the street. That makes that deer mine. That hunter said. No way, man. I tracked it. I slapped it. It's mine. Yes, man. I mean, I tracked it and I slapped it, so it's not mine. So it is mine. And the farmer's like, okay. We'll settle this the old-fashioned way. And I'm like, the old way? Yes. I'm like, the new way. Yes. We'll take turns kicking each other in the nuts. And kicking each other in the weenus. And the first guy who can't take it anymore loses. And the loser gets the deer. The hunter thinks about this and he's like, okay, let's do this. So the farmer's like, okay, let me go first. He takes a big wind up and nails the hunter. He takes a slow wind up and nails the hunter right in the weenus. Right in the leg. And the first guy and right in the leg with his big dirty farmer boots. And with his tiny brand new farmer boots. The hunter falls over in pain, huffing and puffing for a few minutes. Finally gets up, still panting, and says, okay. It's still my turn. And the farmer says, nah, you can keep the deer. Totally, man. You can't have the deer. You can't do it. I kicked you in the leg. And the hunter's like, oh really? Oh really? And so he walks up to the farmer, and he kicks the farmer in his left weenus. In his left nostril. And the farmer just goes spinning through the air like a football, and he ends up landing in a pool. He ends up getting out, and he's like, You just kicked me in the freaking nostril, man. That's like so not cool.
Change.
That's like so cool, dude. Like that's just like tubular. And the hunter's like, I know, right? Like, can you do that again? The farmer says, and he's like, okay, no, I'm not going to let you do that. You know, I only kick people in the nostril once. And so the farmer's like, you can have the deer now. And the hunter's like, I don't want it anymore.
Change.
I totally want it now.
Change.
I kind of want it, but like, I mean, like, only if you give me money. and the farmer's like, I don't want it anymore, man.
Change.
I totally want it.
Change.
I kind of want it too. So like, what can we do about this?
Change.
So like, what can't we do about this?
Change.
We're just not going to settle this. We're just going to let that deer lay there on the ground, all lifeless and like. So the farmer and the hunter, they head home. And the hunter's wife is like, Did you get a deer, honey? And I'm like, no, I didn't want it. Why didn't you want it, honey? I got kicked in the leg.
Change.
I got kicked in the weenus.
Change.
I got kicked. I got kicked on my big toe.
Change.
I got kicked on my. I got kicked in my pinky. And it like fell off. So the hunter's wife is like, oh man, that sucks. But here, honey, have some deer.
Scene. I like that. That was good. I think that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know if you guys want any more of this type of stuff. Yeah. Love you guys. Bye.